It is not unusual for the government of President Yoweri Museveni, that's been there since 1986, to oppress the opposition. And by all means, Bobi Wine was, until now, an unlikely figure of an opposition. But all of that is changing very quickly. He's new to politics. He won his first seat just last year. But since this drama started, after he was accused that he stoned Yoweri Museveni's motorcade, he's become even more popular. The musician became more popular. He has the support of a lot of young Ugandans, and more than 70% of the Ugandan population are young people. If this continues to happen, he will continue to have the support of these young Ugandans, and that's a huge threat to President Yoweri Museveni.
So what is the government actually saying he did, and how strong is their case really against him?
What we know is when he landed today, about an hour ago, he was taken into custody. He was taken into a police van and escorted with other security officials all the way to the city center, not very far from his home in Kasangati. Unfortunately, that area is inaccessible to the press, and so we do not know what is currently happening to Bobi Wine right now. Everyone is pressed for information, his family, especially the international media also. But earlier today, the government said they will not allow any illegal gathering from family, from opposition parties, from supporters, or whoever else is supporting the cause of Bobi Wine. Basically, he is supported by a lot of young people in Uganda. These young people make more than 70% of the population. Since 1986, they've been waiting for a change in Uganda. And finally, there is a huge population supporting this young person who is new to politics. That could tilt and change the history of politics in Uganda. And President Museveni obviously doesn't want that to happen.
It's often hard to get objective polling out of countries where there is a strong man of sorts in power, but you sound pretty confident when you say that the young people very strongly support him. Some 70% of the population is considered youth. So without real polling data, I mean, is it certain that he is an extremely popular figure and would be a serious challenge to Museveni's
To
rule?
say that Bobi Wine is an extremely popular figure would be probably getting ahead of ourselves. But with the way this drama is unfolding, it is helping his popularity. Remember, he was a pop artist and he was very popular in the ghetto. A lot of young people love him. And with the statistics that shows that more than 70% of the population in Uganda are young people, what he's basically doing is getting more popular every day. And why will a government that has been there for more than 30 years be threatened by Bobi Wine? Because they see that a lot of young people love him. So to keep him in check is what the government wants to do. But it looks like it's going to play exactly the opposite.